Okay, what happens if you have a hotel lodging property and you have the rate the same for every single day? So I picked up a client and they needed some help with revenue management. So what I did is I went in, this is for December 1st. They were at 10% occupancy. Now this is actually at the end of November when I'm coming in to do this because we're looking ahead for the future. So this isn't how it finished, this is how it started. So I came and I recorded occupancy for each of the upcoming days. Then I also recorded the rate. And as you can see here, something interesting about each day is the same, $65. So what problem do you run into? This is what revenue management is all about. I noticed that his weekends were way too full. They're filling up too fast. That means he's going to lose out on money. If he raises the rate of the room, then he can get more for each room and he won't sell out too early. You never want to sell out before the day of arrival. Each day that you get closer to the day of arrival, the demand for that day increases. That means you want to have some rooms that you can sell on the day of arrival for each day. These are going to fill up too fast. So that means he needs to raise his rate. You raise your rate to slow down bookings. I know that feels weird and that sounds bad, but you've got to have a handful of rooms at least to sell on the day of arrival. Otherwise, you're missing out on money. He needs to raise this. How does he know if you raised it too much? Because as we're checking in weekly, we're seeing the pace. Here, for this is a Friday. See here, the weekend. Friday he picked up 8% in a week, and here he picked up 12% in a week. That's showing us this is growing faster. Saturday's growing faster than Friday, so Saturday can even be more expensive. You just keep track of it. With revenue management, you don't have to make the perfect decision. You make a good decision, and you know if it's good because you just keep track of it. And if all of a sudden we check in a week and this is still 30 and 40, that means we went too high because now nobody's booking it. The other thing you want to do is look at your competitive set, your comp set. Those are the hotels that are similar to yours and that are your direct competition. If this person has a budget motel and it's $65, they're not competing with the Chateau's presidential suite that's $600 a night. So if you want to know about how to figure out who's in your comp set, I have a video about that. So just look for my videos and look for how to build your comp set. The other thing we'll see, not only that he's filling up too quickly on the weekends because it's a good deal. We don't want it to be a good deal. We want him to make money. We also see the weekdays. This is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The weekdays have few to no bookings. Why is that? The market is telling us it's too expensive. You can find out by going and again looking at your comp set for weekdays, and you're going to find out they're going to be more inexpensive. I think some of this comp set was maybe even in the 50s, so that's why it's hard for them to book any rooms, because people found a lot of solid properties that were just inexpensive. So here he's going to want to lower these. Now it's good when you're lowering to know how much it costs to put someone in a room. That's one of my 2 most popular videos. So if you want to, after this, click on over to there, how to figure out how much it costs to put someone in your room. I would probably use 2019 numbers because 2020 is so strange that using it as a basis, I think it's going to mess up your numbers. So if you want the real cost of how much it costs to put someone in a room, look at that video, look at your 2019 P&L, how much your expenses were, how many room nights you sold, divide expenses by room nights. You'll probably come up with a number around $40. So if you know you need to bring in at least $40 just to break even, then you decide, look at your comp set, see where they are so that you can be competitive with them, and make sure it doesn't go below your cost to put someone in a room unless it's part of your specific strategy. If you're going to do it on Sundays just so that people will stay for multiple nights, then that could be justified, but generally you don't want to go below your lowest room. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to show you a real life experiment of a view of what happens when you price your room the same every day. The times of high demand fill up too fast. That's not good. You lose out on money. The times of low demand, you pass up on bookings. And those are people who could be exposed to your property and maybe even use you again in the future when they have a good experience. Thanks for taking the time to listen. If you give me a like, if this was a benefit to you, I'd appreciate it. And feel free to subscribe. If I have some more information in the future, I'll be careful to pass it along. Thanks for your time.